Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Glory Pensbrakpan, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use an industrial heavy-duty sewing machine. I'll introduce you to the parts, functions, and the use of this machine. I'll also show you how to make a straight stitch with the machine and how to fill your bobbin with the machine. Okay,
extra special bars already. That's how they.
I have a video where I taught earlier on how to use the manual butterfly domestic sewing machine. I'll leave the video somewhere on the screen so that if you haven't seen that video, you want to see it because lots of people find that video so helpful. Okay, I'll leave an end screen or a card on the screen right now so you can go watch the video. At the end of today's video, I'll let you guys know my favorite industrial machine brand. Okay, nobody paid me here for sponsorship. Based on the machines I've used so far, my experience with them, I'll let you know which one I love the most. And based on my recommendation, so many other people love the machine as well. Okay, so let's shoot. So this is the machine right here. As you can see, this is how it comes. This is the arm of the machine, right? It even has this stand, where the thread passes through. Okay. Underneath the machine, it has this clutch motor. Nigerians like to call it the engine. So this is it. And down here is the paddle. This is the paddle. So the machine comes in a carton with this separated. It has to be assembled together when you buy. It also comes with the table. Comes with the table like that. You would have to assemble everything together when you buy it. You might have to get someone to do that for you. All right, so this is how it looks. So this is my thread. So first and foremost, this is the spool pin. This is the spool pin right here, right? So your thread will go into the spool pin, and then there's a thread guide up here. All right, so you'll pass your thread through the thread guide. Okay, so as you can see, the thread is out of the thread guide like that. Okay, so you bring it towards the machine, and there is another thread guide here. This is the thread guide here. So you pass the thread through the thread guide. Can you see clearly? Okay, then this is the tension disc. This is the tension disc right here. So you're going to pass your thread like so through the tension disc and pull it upwards so it gets tightened. Right, just like that. Then there's another thread guide here. You would pass the thread through that thread guide. Okay, then after that, you can see the take-up lever here. This is the take-up lever. You pass your thread through the take-up lever like so. There's another thread guide down here. There's another thread guide here. So you're going to pass the thread through that thread guide. And finally, you would pass the thread through the eye of your needle. Okay, so that is how to thread the industrial sewing machine. It's pretty easy, really simple. And in fact, the truth is, the thread flow is very similar to that of the butterfly sewing machine. If you understand the parts and functions of the sewing machine, you get to realize that threading most machines are very similar. I have a video on parts and functions of a manual butterfly sewing machine. I showed you how to thread it. Go watch that video. I'll leave the link in the description box. You will see that what I'm saying is true. The threading is about the same thing. So if you own a butterfly sewing machine, you don't need anyone to put you through this. It's the same threading, okay? It threads the same way. The thread flows the same way. So right here is the power button, right? It has the on button and the off button. The power button is usually attached to the edge of the machine table towards the left hand side, okay? And then attached to the power button is the cord that extends so you can plug it into a socket. Then, like I'd explained earlier on, that this is the spool pin. This is what carries the thread, okay? And I also use this as a spool pin, guys. I also use this as a spool pin. I put in my bigger cones in there, and here I usually like to put in the smaller threads in here, okay? And this is the thread guide, right? This is another thread guide. And yes, the take-up lever. This is the take-up lever. The take-up lever, the up and down movement of the take-up lever is what feeds the eye of the needle with thread, okay? It goes up and down while in motion. You can see that. The up and down movement while in motion is what feeds the eye of the needle with thread, okay? So there is the foot lift, the presser foot lift. This is it behind here. All right, this is it, the presser foot lift, okay? If you drop it down, it goes down. If you lift it up, the foot goes up, okay? All right, let me show you. Let me come forward and show you. All right, so I've turned the presser foot lift and the foot has gone up, and then I've dropped it down and it has come down, okay? So next is the tension disc. This is the tension disc. The tension disc is what holds the thread while it flows, providing tension, you know, providing tension. You can see the discs right there. There are two plates that come together to hold the thread firm, providing tension while the thread flows, right? This is the needle bar. The needle bar is the bar that holds the needle. That's the needle bar right there. This is the needle. This is the needle clamp. This is the needle clamp with the screw, you know that's what holds the needle in place. So if I use a screwdriver and release this screw, I can remove my needle out. All right, so if you have a broken needle, all you have to do is use a screwdriver, release this, the needle falls up, fix another needle and tighten it. All right, so this is the presser foot. The presser foot is what holds the fabric in place while you sew. This is the needle plates, right? This is the needle plate. You can see it has a hole right there, right? It has a hole there where the needle passes through while sewing. Okay, so that's the needle plate right there. And then you can see the feed dog. This is the feed dog. The tracks you see under there is the feed dog. The feed dog is what moves the fabric forward while you're sewing. This is the slide plates. This is the slide plate. It slides open and close, giving you access into the bobbin chamber. Oh my god, it's so dark in there. Let me turn on my lights. Okay, with my lights on, you can see the shuttle chamber. Yep, you can see the shuttle chamber right there. Oh, my camera is not focused. Right, that's the shuttle chamber right there. This is the shuttle carrying the reeler filled with thread. That's it right there. Okay. All right. This is the reverse stitch lever. The reverse stitch lever, and this is the stitch regulator. The reverse stitch lever is what makes the feed dot go backward or forward, especially when you want to reinforce your stitch. Okay, this is the stitch regulator. The stitch regulator is what you use to regulate the length of the stitch, ensuring the stitch is very tight or very loose. This is the flywheel. The flywheel is what sets the machine in motion, all right? It's attached to a belt, or a belt is usually attached to the flywheel, connecting the flywheel to that clutch motor I showed you earlier on the, okay, let me show you. Right, you can see the belt here coming down from the flywheel onto the clutch motor. Okay, so the power from the clutch motor is transferred to the flywheel, which sets the machine in motion, passing through these belts. This is the bobbin winding area. Right here is the bobbin winding area. I'm going to show you how to use this to fill your bobbin. Okay, so this area is what you use to fill your bobbin. I will show you how to use it. And so there's a tray here where you can put some of your reelers and your needles and stuff, just to hold some sewing tools while you're sewing. Okay, all right, now up here, which has never really worked for me, though I don't know if I don't see clearly, but this is supposed to be your oil gauge. Okay, it shows you how much oil you have in your machine. Yep, it functions as the oil gauge, but I don't use it. It's at the head of the machine, on top of the head of the machine. I really do not look there. Let me show you guys what I do. I just lift the head of my machine, revealing the oil container. You can see that right now, you can see that my oil is low. Okay, you can see my oil has come to the low mark. There's a low mark there and there's the high mark there. My oil is pretty low and I think we have to refill. Now you can see that the oil is still clear. It hasn't turned brown, or it's not changed color, which means I can still use this oil. If not, we might have to drain the oil and put completely new oil in it. Okay, so this is what I do. I just lift up. Let me show you. This is it. The head of this machine is very heavy, guys. This machine is heavy, so you have to hold it like that. That reveals the oil container. Okay, so you can refill oil, right? So oil is low now. I have to fill oil in this. Okay, so drop it down gently. It's heavy. Ooh. All right, so this is why this machine is heavy duty, guys. It's made with heavy materials. Okay, the iron or the metal or whatever is used to make this machine is heavy. Okay, so it makes it possible for us to sew heavy fabrics, right? Those other light tabletops machine you see out there can't really sew the thickness of fabrics this machine will sew. This machine has power, it has speed, right? Especially the speed. But the truth is that what you can do with your butterfly sewing machine, you can as well do with this machine. But what this machine gives you is speed and power. Okay, plus it saves your energy because you don't have to paddle. But unlike the butterfly sewing machine, you will need to be connected to electricity. It can't function manually. It needs to be connected to electricity. So now I'm going to show you how to stitch with this machine. But before then, I'll show you how to use the bobbin winding area to fill your bobbin. Okay, turn to the front so that they can see. Right, that's it through there. Then you come down. Coming down here, you can see the tension discs here that have been provided for filling the bobbin. So you put through that tension disc and make sure it is firm. If you don't feel enough tension, you can tighten the tension disc by turning this screw tighter. All right. Okay, so after that, I take an empty reeler, just like so, and then I'll fill it in. I'll just wind it a bit, like that. Then after that, I will put it in here. I'll put it in here, just like so, okay? And then I'll push this backwards, right here. Can you see clearly? Right here, I'll push it backwards, all right? So right now, my machine is powered on. I don't know if you can hear the humming sound of the machine, so I'm going to step on my paddle, right? This is the paddle down here, and you stepped on it and the bobbin is whining. You can see that. Can you see? You can see that. It's whining, it's whining, it's whining. As soon as the bobbin gets full, it will just stop on its own. So you can see my bobbin is full right now, right? You can see the bobbin is full. So I'll just cut off the thread. All right. This is my shuttle. You can see my shuttle right there. So I'll put my bobbin into the shuttle. There's a little aperture right here. So I'll pass my thread through there and pull it forward till it comes out here. Let me take that again. My bobbin, my bobbin goes into the shuttle right there. I pass the thread through this aperture and pull forward. Until the thread comes out there. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to return this into the shuttle chamber and I'll show you how to fix it. It's a little different from the manual butterfly sewing machine. Okay, so right now I'm going to pass the shuttle through into the shuttle chamber. You fix it like so and you push it in till it stays firm. Do you hear that sound? That's the sound you're supposed to hear. All right. So I pulled the thread out of the tension disc that held the thread down for the bobbin winding. And now I'm going to retread my machine ready to make a stitch.
I think there's a rhyme and a reason. Things don't know.
Through the eye of the needle right there. Now I want to pick the thread out from the shuttle. So I'm going to turn the flywheel down, putting the needle in through the needle hole and out. All right, so you can see it has picked the thread. So if you do it the first time, it doesn't come out. By the time you do it 2 to 3 times, the thread will come out, right? So I have 2 threads, one from the eye of my needle and the other from my shuttle. So I want to show you guys how to make a stitch with the industrial sewing machine. This is a piece of cloth which we have ruled out straight lines. So I'm going to show you how to make straight lines using the industrial butterfly sewing machine. Okay, so what is important here is if you already know how to sew, how to use a sewing machine, especially the domestic manual butterfly sewing machine, then you already have the sewing skill. So here, all you're going to have to do is learn how to control the speed of the machine. Okay, so I'm going to drop the foot down right now. Drop the foot down, and then you start by turning the flywheel towards you, just like you would do in your butterfly sewing machine. Turn the flywheel towards you. We're going to start by dropping the presser foot down. Then you turn the flywheel towards you like you would do in the case of a manual butterfly sewing machine. You will always turn it towards you to set the machine in motion. Then after that, you will start sewing. Come closer. So to start sewing, you will place your feet slightly on the paddle, lightly. And then now you don't have to paddle. All you have to do is press down and control the speed of the machine, like that. So you put your foot, your needle in, foot down, and lightly tap on the paddle of your machine and control the direction, like that. All right, smash, tap gently and control the speed. So just like that, you can see we have made straight stitches using the machine. So like I said earlier on, there's no big deal in using an industrial machine. You don't have to be afraid. All you have to do is practice how to control the speed. Just practice how to control the speed, and that is it. If you already know how to drive, then it won't be a big deal, because just like you step on the pedals of your car, to set your car in motion, it's the same thing here. So if you can control the speed of your car, the same thing here, okay? But for those who do not know how to drive, no big deal. Just tap on the paddle lightly. Don't press down with force. Just tap on the paddle lightly and it will move. Then you focus on controlling the flow of your fabric, making sure your fingers do not get into the needle, and that's all. Practice, 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 and in no time, you enjoy using an industrial sewing machine. You enjoy it so much that when you have to sit on a butterfly sewing machine, you'll be so sad, okay? And that would only likely happen where there is no power supply, or where you don't have fuel to power your gen.
You probably guessed right. My favorite industrial machine brand is the Amro Brother brand. Okay, this is my baby. You guessed right, guys. Yes, I love this machine. It's very fast compared to other industrial machines. So if you're used to speed, then you would love this one. Also, I dare to say this machine, my Ambro Brother industrial machine, can sew any kind of fabric, guys. Any kind of fabric. I love this brand so much. This is my first Ambro Brother actually, okay? And I've not found any other as good as it. Okay, the second brand I love is a brand called Yudong. I don't know if I have gotten the pronunciation right, but I would leave the brand logo on the screen. It's a very common one. It's also a sweet brand. I run away from email with everything in me. I don't know, I just find email to be kind of frustrating. But if you have an email machine and you love it, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know why you love your email. So thank you so much for watching this video up until this point.
If you find this video really useful, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm so that more people can see this video and watch it and learn just like you have. If you have a domestic butterfly sewing machine and you would like to learn the parts, function, and use, and I also have another video on servicing and maintenance, I'll drop all those links to the videos in the description box. Please click on it and watch it, okay? I give you valuable content for free. Just watch, learn, and implement, okay? So, bye.
It's CJ, the violinist.